In today's video, I'll show you everything we picked up from the world's biggest card show.
Nobody runs trade nights like we run trade nights. Mr. Trevor Lawrence.
What are we doing?
Let's go! Yes, sir! Try to bring that to the next generation, to bring it to other people, to hopefully inspire them. This is not possible without you.
What's going on, YouTube? Card Collects 2 coming at you here with a brand new video. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally come to do a video on the national pickups. It was a really fun national. It was, again, I talked about it at the end of the last vlog. If you guys have not seen those, please check those out. Our team did an incredible job. We had a lot of great people editing those videos all week. Shout out to our entire team for making that happen. I saw some comments on there. Appreciate those of you saying, shout out to the editors, because they were knocking videos out all week long. There was a bunch of content we dropped, from exclusive mystery boxes, exclusive packs, deals, you name it. We dropped content. This will basically be the last national video, and the national was 2 weeks ago at this point. So a lot of cool content. So if you guys have not already, check those out down below. But this national was definitely different than some of the other ones in the years past. And I made it a point this year, like when we were in Cleveland, the last year when we were in Cleveland, sat at a table, got to meet a lot of people, but just did deals consistently. It was like 8-hour days, 9-hour days, 10-hour days of just dealing. And I just didn't want to do that this year and just sit there and just buy cards. I wanted to meet people, talk to people, experience some of the national exclusive stuff like the mystery boxes, some of the the activations companies were doing. So I wanted to not just sit at a table and just deal all day. So didn't buy as much as we normally do, as I normally do. Our team bought a ton, and again, this is more than I pick up at any show ever, even with not buying a bunch. I mean, there's boxes here, boxes here. There's still 4 boxes from an Ohio State deal. You guys saw that. It was one of the early days. It was $20,000 Ohio State deal, and it had these cards in it. So those aren't all here. There's a bunch of value box stuff, like when we bought some there was a deal, it was 2K, I think, 1900. That box is in here. So again, there's a lot of stuff that's not here just for the sake of this being not a 12-hour video. Plus what our team bought. Our team bought 9 Zion cases full, 9 roller Goliath or titanium 4s. We filled 9 of those cases. So with what I bought, with what our team bought, it was a bunch, but again, not necessarily the most I've ever bought at the National, but some crazy cool stuff for sure. And honestly, I don't even remember exactly what I bought, just because it's been, at this point, I mean, some of these pickups are 2+ weeks old. I mean, today's Thursday, so some of these were purchased on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. at the National. So some of these are 2 weeks old. A lot of cool stuff. Excited to show you guys what we got. Let's just get into it. Gotta start off. I saw this. Gotta start off with this. Shout out to my guy Grant Williams. I've been fortunate enough to meet some athletes through cards. Some really stand out as super memorable. Todd Gurley and Terry McLaurin are usually the first couple that come to mind. A+ human beings. I think the world of both of those two. They were so kind to me. T-Law was pretty cool. A couple of the Buckeyes have been pretty cool from NIL deals and shop. Grant Williams is up there. I mean, he'll tell you, and he said it to us. He's like, I'm just a normal dude. He was so cool. No security, just walking around just with everybody. What a cool guy. I could not think higher of Grant. He was such a cool guy. Will always be a fan of his now. But did a coin flip with him before trade night. Got this Padres book. It's got some pretty cool names on it. So Tatis, Musgrove, Sheffield, Machado, Henderson, McGriff, Garvey, Hoffman, and then Smith and Winfield. So a really cool piece. That actually, it's one of the coin flips I won. Love to see that. So we got that, and then we got some books. Ringo to 10. Chris Olave. This was actually a gift. I could not believe it. It's one of the sickest Chris Olave cards I've ever seen. An incredibly cool gift. Don't feel deserving of something this insane, but very humbled by this gift. This is incredible. Definitely excited for that for the PC. And then a couple more 2020 books. Chase Young, Joe Burrow. Chase Young, one of my all-time favorite Buckeyes. One of those guys I just wish he would have stayed healthy. It's actually an ironic pair here. I think Chase Young's the guy that would Joe Burrow tear his ACL? Second year 2021. Didn't Chase Young do it? I think Chase Young was the guy that actually hurt Burrow. Ironic pair there. All right, well this is gonna be fun. Buckle up. Here we go. Tua. I mean, look at the Eli Manning patch. Crazy. 5 of 5. Dillingham. Cole Palmer. We don't do a ton of soccer. You guys know that. This dude's stuff sells well for us. Him and Yamal. St. Clair. Stroud. Josh Allen. Eddie. Flawless. Rudy. This is really cool. Again, as somebody that loves to collect college cards, like if you watch the channel, you know that. This is probably one I'll keep. I do not like Notre Dame. Shout out to all my Notre Dame guys. Brad, B Sports, Andy, Indy Card Exchange. Really good friends with a lot of Notre Dame guys. But I grew up in Columbus, Ohio. Like, we just didn't. You don't like Notre Dame. Like, was never a fan. Always hated them growing up. But I can appreciate a cool card, a rare card. Again, these do not pop up publicly. I just love unique, cool cards, and this is definitely one of them. So, may keep this in the PC. May try to get this to a Notre Dame friends collection. Again, just someone that would appreciate it. I know how cool some of my Ohio State stuff is, and like what it means to me. So, while I might keep it because I like to collect that kind of stuff, I think ultimately this will end up in a real Notre Dame, fans collection. I've got a couple really good friends that I know are Notre Dame guys, so this will likely end up in one of their collections. Warren Moon. Shout out to my guy Vil Graffs, Adam. Gave this to me at trade night. I think it was like on Tuesday. This is actually incredible. He kind of made a joke. He's like, hey, you can't ever sell it. And I was like, well, why would I ever sell a 101 Prism Black? I was really, really, really big into Ohio State in 2016 in terms of like buying their cards. There were so many guys, right? It was Braxton, Cardell Jones, Joey Bosa, Michael Thomas, Washington. I think Von Bell was that year. It was all of the national championship guys. I had just got a big boy job and was making what I thought was like decent money, and was spending money I was making flipping cards on buying stuff for the PC. That was that class. So I have I think I have Bosa, Braxton, Cardale. I have like 4 or 5 of the 101s from this set. So a PSA 10 black 101 like college, like if you watch my channel, if you've watched more than one video, you know how much I love Ohio State like 101 college stuff. So that's awesome. Brunson, again, we talk about it a lot. I'm not going to go into details on every card, but Brunson is one of those guys, especially at Fanatics Fest. Hit that dude's stuff. We move like crazy. Reed Blankenship, Deca auto. Kalen Clark auto. That's one thing that really, really surprised me. I talked a lot about who I thought was going to sell at the National. Kalen Clark was high on our list. She did not sell well for us at the National. I don't know why. I don't know if it's she's expensive. She's hurt. I don't know. Sold a lot of Paige. Sold some Juju. Did not sell a lot of Caitlin Clark. Still buying her. Like, I have no problems buying her. Like, she sells online. But I was really surprised we didn't sell a lot of Caitlin at the National. Devers, Dynasty. Again, these cards aren't very expensive. These boxes are like $2,000+. So when you buy patch autos, I get it. Devers a giant now. But for the price of, like, what these cards cost, like these, I think, $300 for both, $400 for both. Like, when you're buying these cards for a tenth of what the box costs, like, sure, I'll take game used patch autos of those two for that price. Just makes too much sense. Jefferson, not far. Arch Manning coming to town week 1. 1 versus 3. I think Ohio State's 3 in AP poll. Texas is 1 in the shoe. Can't wait. Brian Westbrook, McCarthy, and then Jeter bat. That's one pile. I mean, we got a lot of piles. Hey guys, we have cards everywhere here. And these and many more will be available for sale next Thursday. August 21st at 8 p.m. we will be live on Whatnot for our biggest sale of the year. This is a 12-hour stream. Yes, 12 hours. We will be live on Whatnot with some insane giveaways. We will have plenty of deals. We're going to have wax sales with retail, packs, so much more. We'll be blowing some stuff out. We'll have $1 case hit auctions, and of course, plenty of cool stuff like this will be available for sale. Use that link in our bio, get $15 off your first purchase on Whatnot. Again, join us next Thursday, August 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Whatnot. If you're still watching, if you're going to watch these pickups videos, just know I appreciate it a ton. This is a deal, again, we did this deal with Matt at Omaha. I made the deal that if I ever sold these, I would offer them back to him. Don't intend to sell them. You guys know I love to collect stuff from like my childhood when I first got into cards. I got it in it really hard in 06, so 06, 07, 08, 9, you know, those classes. So 06 is like Vince Young, Liner, Reggie Bush. 07's Peterson, Calvin, Lynch, Russell, Revis, Joe Thomas. 08's Matt Ryan, Flacco, Chris Johnson, like Lima Swede, Rashad Mendenhall, Felix Jones, Darren McFadden. You go down that list. Like, I really got into cards in those time periods. So, like, this kind of stuff is, these were grails when I was a kid. So, 2010, Champ Ticket 101 Auto, Earl Thomas, Matt Leinart, arguably one of his top 5 rookie cards, 101 Champ Ticket, Jamal Charles. Again, they made a college version and a pro version. Pro version's obviously the one most people would want, but Texas stuff sells incredibly well, and I have some big Texas collector friends. So, Jamal Charles, and then CJ2K, 424, fastest dude I ever saw on a football field. Him and Percy Harvin, Ted Ginn, just crazy speed. Crazy speed. Chris Johnson was crazy. That's definitely one of the guys I want a game use jersey of. But like a Champ Ticket 101, Chris Johnson, like this is a card I would have dreamed about as a kid. So, to be able to buy these and the Ohio State deal, in the video, like we did a short, like a 2-minute video about buying like a $20,000 collection. You can't show 5 value boxes. I'll get into these in a second, but the value boxes, I mean, people are like, oh, well, you overpaid, it was $20,000. But the value boxes of Ohio State stuff, like when I get into it, like I only have one of the boxes here, but it was a really cool collection. And again, just to be able to, you know, Matt, I saw those 2 years ago in 2023. We saw him in Chicago, and he's like, hey, I just bought this really cool collection. He was showing me some of it. He's like, I don't want to sell them right now. And I was like, cool, I'm going to text you a picture, and if you ever move them, let me know. And sure enough, we were getting ready to go to the National. It was probably a month before, and he texted me and said, hey, you still want those cards? And I was like, yeah, if you want to sell them. Sure enough, made a deal, bought the $20,000 Ohio State collection with those. Really cool moment. So, shout out to Matt at Omaha for that. Dwayne Haskins, RPA. Derrick Henry, Gold, Sparkle. Jimmy Butler, Heat Patch. Some of his Heat stuff has sold well for us. I would imagine at this point that's where he'll be remembered. So $20 game-worn 3-color patch to 49 just seems like a no-brainer. Tyree Wilson to 10 case hit. Hollow Heroes, 6 of 10. Sure. Love the Cherry Blossoms. Those are amazing. Kyle Pitts. Is this the year Kyle Pitts finally does something? He doesn't have Arthur Smith. He's going to have Penix. Is this the year Kyle Pitts finally does something? We'll see. Jared McCain. Shout out to this guy, man. Getting into the card space is at the National. Did a video with Pac-Man live from the National. Seems like a really cool dude. Definitely cool to see more athletes get involved. Worthy, Quorum. Again, you guys know how I feel about the team up north. The Michigan Wolverines. But college stuff sells. I tell people this all the time. I love college stuff. I buy it. A Michigan Color Blast, I can tell you, will sell. It'll definitely sell here in Columbus, too. There's a lot of Michigan fans nearby. So, case hit of a top 3 Michigan running back all time for under $100. It's like the perfect card. Perfect card for us here in Columbus to sell. There's nothing perfect about that card in my opinion. You guys know how I feel about that. That makes me sick even saying those words. I'm sure I'm gonna get clipped on that. But again, speaking of perfect card, a Barry Sanders autograph for $100. I mean, sure. QB2. So who's that? Dart. Oh yeah, it literally says right there. You should pay attention. Corbin, Simmons, Burrow, Nix, Otani, Frank, Merrill, Fields, Chris Carter, Joe Buck to 25. I thought that was kind of cool. All right, this is going to be really tricky to navigate because, like, I don't have any space at all. So it's going to be, like, just moving stuff around and hoping I can show you guys every single thing. All right, this is way too cool not to buy. Donald, Ray Lewis, Lawrence Taylor, triple. Bijan to 5. Lagway, 101. Pujols, Dynasty. Some of these are trade night pickups. Mahomes, jersey number, crazy patch. Purdy. Ellie auto to 50, Bosa to 39. I think this is like a custom. I think somebody honestly made that. I don't think that's real. Stroud, Olave, Maserati, Marv. All right. Stroud auto to 6. This is so cool. JT Barrett 101 2018 Leaf Metal. I love the Leaf Metal draft. I ripped cases of this. I remember ripping cases of this in the first apartment my wife and I ever lived at. Chasing, like, I remember hitting a State Pride Michael Thomas auto. Shout out to Leaf. Love the Leaf Metal draft product. I think it's one of my all-time favorites. I think they do a really good job on it. But, like, the Superfractor, again, Superfractor, Black Finite, that kind of stuff for Ohio State, that's my sweet spot. So this is really cool. Winningest quarterback in Big Ten history, national champ. Again, he got hurt that year, but love. Big JT Barrett guy. Eli to 5. This is disgusting. Reese's patch 103, Lad. This is really cool, too. I got to get the label fixed. Triumphant Trio 101, Sapphire, Star Wars. So cool. Lagway Black 10 of 10. Actually sold one of these at the National right after we had bought this one. Soto 9.5, 1 of 3. Again, card just too cool. Messi Kaboom PSA 9. This is crazy. This was off camera. I think Brian was doing something and somebody came up to our table and had this card. Billy Ripken, Jackson Holiday. Obviously the fun face, and if you know, you know, on the Billy Ripken. 2 of 10, PSA 10. I paid quite a bit for this. It's a pretty expensive card. Like, the Super did like 6K, 7K. I think the Black did like 50s, or the Red did like 5,600. It's a pretty big card. And then shout out to young collector who made this for me. Got Marv, got Fields. That's from me from opening day in our first shop in 2019. Buckeyes, got the Optic logo, card collector too. Again, stuff like this, man, when kids make these custom cards for me, like, this is cooler than all of those pickups. So extremely humbled to be getting cards and, you know, gifts like that these days. It means a lot. Right. I believe it's was always pronouncing it Jesus Made, but I'm pretty sure it's Jesus Made. Yellow auto to 75. Let me tell you, not a big baseball guy. I know that's not a surprise to a lot of people watching. If you watch the channel, you know that. Got to throw out the first pitch at a Brewers game, so I've always said I'm an honorary Brewers fan for life. It was some of the nicest human beings I've ever met on this earth. Work for the Brewers. Izzy and his team there are amazing. The Brewers are really good. They're good. I've actually watched some Brewers games. When I'm in the office working, like, I'll have it on. The Brewers are the real deal. The real deal. I would love, obviously I would want the Reds to win. No doubt I'll always root for the Reds or the Guardians just because they're the local teams. But if it's not the Reds or the Guardians, I'm definitely going to root for the Brewers, and they are the real deal. McCarthy, Rattler, Emeka, Marv, Innes, Bo Nix, BTJ, Caitlin, Angel Reese, jersey number, Clark, Caitlin, Jaden, Devonta Smith, Garrett Nussmeier, bought that. I don't know if that was on camera. I think so. Shout out to, I think it was Deep Fried Breaks. I think that's what it was. Hit that, brought it over to us. Probably the biggest card you could pull from the Bowman Chrome U national packs. Jamar Chase, jersey number, Jamar Chase, flawless. Patty, 101. This might have been the last day video, but I had a lot of people, a ton of people reach out about that card. A ton. Way more than I would have ever expected. I bet I got 10 plus messages on that one card in the first, like, 12 hours the video was live. Kyrie, BTJ, Rude, 101, Mosaic Auto, CP3 Exquisite. Disgusting. Look at that. Patch is nasty. Probably get this recased with Beckett and throw that in the old PC. It's a little loose in there. You gotta see it's a little loose. Case is a little scuffed. Just need to get it recased. Beckett's really easy about doing that. ED to 18, Ellie, Jalen Williams. So some great stuff there. All right. Kelsey, a 101 moments. Bobby Witt. The card I did not win a coin flip on with Grant Williams. Christian Pulisic, Cade Klubnik, jersey number, Trout and Judge, Jordan Love 101, Drew Aller, Caleb Downs, Tavian St. Clair, Will Howard to 50. Randy Moss auto to 6, Waddle, Arias, Mayer, Lamar, Acuna, Benintendi, Rogers, Andrew Luck, and Burt Jones to 249. Interesting. All right. Javon Curse, Antonio Brown. Again, that's the thing about the Nationals. You never know what you're going to pick up. LeBron, Mixon, some first-year Disney. Didn't pick up a bunch, but got some really cool stuff. Bliss, Chase Brown. I think Chase Brown's in for a big year. I'm not just saying that because he came to our trade night. Shout out to him. Shout out to Hobby Box. But Chase Brown's going to do some big things, man. He's the real deal. Laporta gold. This is cool. Gibbs, Bryce Young, Will Anderson. Bronny, 9. This patch is disgusting. I don't know if it's Charbonnet, Robert Turpin. CJ Procise. Okay. There it is. Carpenter. Not 1, but 2 Ronda Rouseys. A triple with Nomar, Jason Veritek, and Dustin Pedroia. Freddie Freeman. Alexa Bliss. Tag 10 on the Kaboom. All right. This is crazy. All right, James Wood, Brandy Chastain, Travion, gotta be a dog. Penix to 20, JSN, Brock Bowers, Penix, McCarthy, Dallas Turner, Brock Bowers, Aaron Judge to $9.99. Yeah, Churio, Puka, Seth Rollins, Terry to 10, Emeka, Mahomes case hit, Puka 10, and then some old school Disney stuff. All right, Jimmy Rollins, more downtowns, Alex Morgan, Jaden, LT, Amonra, BTJ to 99, more Chase Brown, BTJ lottery, 1 of 25, BTJ patch auto. BTJ is one of those guys that sells pretty well for us. He's not insanely expensive on most of his stuff, but I mean, he had 1,280 yards as a rookie. Dude's a absolute dog. All right, Ronaldo to 40. Ronaldo, 1 of 165. Joe Burrow, Ice. Hertz, RPA. Kamara, Zebra. Marv, Kaboom. Scoot, Kaboom. Zay Flowers. Goff, Kaboom. Moody. Pickens. Lamar. Jalen Hyatt. I originally thought it was OBJ, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll throw that on the PC. It's Jalen Hyatt. Sick. Jordan Addison. Hertz. Lamine Yamal. Jalen Milroe. And then Bobby Witt, USA. Zay Flowers. And then a Bo Nix rookie patch to 89? No, 75. 75. All right, figured why I had to restart the camera. I would just move all of the extra cards off the desk, so I had a little bit more space to continue with what we still have. All right, Bub Carrington, Next Day Auto, Shea Prism Mojo, 25, McCarthy Micro, J.K. Dobbins. We'll see if he does anything this year in Denver. I know they got R.J. Harvey, but we'll see. Waddle, Bazelis jersey number, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Michael Thomas, Rayola, about a couple of those, I think. Hades, Diamond, Stroud, Hyde, Gold, Jeremiah, can't go wrong, best receiver in America. Billy Price, Caleb Downs, a second one of those. More JK. Love picking these up. Incredibly cool. Anytime I can ever pick up any Donnie cards, it's like some of my favorite stuff to pick up. Lightning McQueen, Ennis, my guy Brian Hartline, AJ Green, Tua Black Finite, JSN on the Immaculate. BTJ again, JSN, Dwayne Haskins, 101 Prism Black Auto. Probably get that recased as well, remove the auto grade. Raichu, and then Joe Burrow, jersey number to 20. Jesus Mate, Sauce, Waddle, Chase Brown again, my guy, Jack Sawyer, Jamar Chase, Debo, see if he does anything in Washington, Otani, OBJ 10 for the PC, some really cool golf stuff, Jack Nicklaus, like crazy cool patches, so love those, Hester game used, Clay Matthews, exquisite, Certain, defensive player of the year, PSA 9 Zebra, hottest team in baseball, Jackson Churio, Brooks, ETN, sick logo, Curry Auto, McCarthy, Jay Jettas, Allard, some Disney, Ian Lightfoot, Disney, some Disney. Definitely keep those in the PC, you guys know that. All right, Jaden to 99, Dan Marino, McBride, Buckeyes, Shadur. We'll see if he does anything. Mecca, didn't look bad week 1. Marv, case hit, George Brett 101. Pujols, Skeens to 10, Nemo on the gold sapphire. Randy Moss auto, so clean. What a good looking card. PSA, this is disgusting. Mahomes in Montana to 20. I don't think this is game used. No, not game used. 2023 floss, that's disgusting still. Bobby Witt, Neighbors, Ray Davis, Neighbors again, Bucky, BTJ, Tyler Warren to 6, and then a McCarthy auto. So a lot of just good names, a lot of good quality football right before the start of the season. Ryan Johnson, this was a gift. He's in USA Baseball, he's in Bowman, he's in a few different things. Number to 75. Thought that was kind of cool. Purdy, Dak, Hurts to 10, sick card. Ray Lewis auto. Elway Uptown, Marv. It says out of 15, but I think that might be the wrong top loader. I think that's the right top loader. Parsons to 15. Yep. Dunze, Rollins, Albies Acuna to 10, Puka Glass, Puka 10, Trout Heritage, Real 1 auto. Both of these will likely get cracked. I'll probably have these raw. But Miguel Super and Edna Mode Super. Again, I collect first year Disney 2023 pretty hardcore. I have a couple other supers, obviously top shared an article from the National with our Woody Rainbow from 2023. These will be cards I will keep, so will not be for sale, but really cool additions from the National. Definitely some of my top 10 pickups for sure. Tad McMillan, Carnell Tate, Harper, CeeDee Lamb, 101, rookie auto. Victor to 150. Skeens and Livy Dunn, dual auto to 3. Gary Carter, Piazza, Alonzo. Pat McAfee auto to 10. Mahomes to 15. It's just some great stuff. All right, now here's some of that Ohio State lot. Again, I have a couple piles here. It's basically 1 2-row worth. We ended up buying 5 2-rows. They don't all look like this. There's definitely some stuff that's better than others, but just to give you an idea. 55 Topps All-American auto Graham, Joe Thomas, Thad Matta, Jerry Lucas, Jim Jackson, Havlicek to 50, PMG, Lucas, JSN, Paul Warfield. Love these All-American autos. I'll keep most of these. I love this set. Spielman, Keith Byers, Foley, Dick LeBeau, Mark Pellini, Hopalong Cassidy, Archie Griffin, Herbie, Bobby Carpenter, game used to 10. Love it. Again, the old school college stuff I love to collect. Claret, Eddie George, Eddie, More Eddie George, David Boston with an autograph, Robert Smith, Chris Carter, a couple Buckeyes, Chris Carter, incredible, autographics, Joey Galloway to 100, Eddie George, Dorsey Levens, 2 of those, Ted Ginn to 5, Santonio Holmes to 10, Jenkins, Chris Beanie Wells to 50, Jenkins, Marcus Freeman duel. Again, Marcus Freeman stuff actually sells because he's the head coach of Notre Dame now. So Freeman stuff actually sells okay. Here's some more of it. Joe Thomas, Ozzie Newsome 101. This is sick. Groza, who's this? Is that Ozzie Newsome? No, Groza autogram Jim Brown. I was reading the names wrong. Triple to 25. Autogram, Bernie Kosar, Bobby Carpenter, AJ Hawk, Archie on-card red, Jack Tatum, probably keep that. Santonio Holmes to 100, Cassidy, Spielman, again, perfect stuff. Skybox autographics, Bobby Hoying, hand numbered to 50, Hoying, I think to 100, yeah, to 100 to 99, Brilliance, like, just some great stuff. Again, trying to have cool stuff in shop, especially with an upcoming shop remodel, so stuff like this is just going to do really well for us going out and shop. So we'll likely work on getting a lot of this stuff out very soon. Michael Redd, also one of those athletes I met that's just incredibly nice. Eddie George, number 250. Eddie Gold. Again, some really cool, not stuff you see every day. Joey Galloway. Like numbered to 16, cut above. Like Eddie Legacy, row 2 to 100. Jeff Graham to 50. Again, Stroud, hand numbered to 25. Pace 101. Ryan Shazier NT. Joey Bosa. Chris Carter. Again, it's definitely good stuff. Some platinum medallions, Terry Glenn, Sean Springs, that's crazy. Bowman's Best, like a Atomic Auto or Prism Auto, that's crazy. Sean Springs, Ricky Dudley to 99, like filler. Chris Gamble to 7. Chris Gamble, man, legend. Ted Ginn NT, like just amazing stuff. Marcus Freeman, probably go to one of our Notre Dame or Notre Dame friends. Pace, Bobby Hoying to 7. That's so cool if I keep that. Boston, Galloway, Sean Springs to 100, hand numbered. Eddie again. Just like that old school rare 90s numbered stuff is super cool. There's a lot of modern as well, but in this deal, like Terry Glenn. But this is just some of it. Denzel Ward Gold, Bosa, Fields, Katzenmoyer, Legend, Travion 101, Haskins to 25. So that's just some of it. There's 5 2 rows. That was 1 2 row. All right, Salas to 10, Johnny Bench Gold, Caitlin Clark, Reed Shepard on the Marvels auto, Bobby Witt, Hogan and Undertaker dual auto, Tarasi on the Color Blast 10, Ray Allen auto 10, Lagway, Go Gators auto, Brown Stewart 101 select patch auto. Crazy cool Griffey patch. This is really cool too. You don't see these very often. Kobe preferred jumbo book. Joe Burrow flawless to 15, and then Asuka auto to 10. Speaking of 10, for $10, I thought this was cheap. Again, I don't know if it's going to sell for a bunch more, but Sapphire is expensive. These audited at 25 for $10. Page, Sawyer, my guy, Cam Collier, Cleat to 5, James Wood, Bowers, then some cheap slabs, Ozzie, Marv, Josh Allen, probably overpaid on that, but again, it was jersey numbers, so I wanted it. Jaden, Rattler, Arnold, Jaden, Marv 9, Bowers. This set was a big deal back in the day. This is like Crown, was this 12? I think it's, yeah, 12, 13. Preferred, I think it's from Preferred, right? Yeah, Preferred Basketball. Crown Royale Silhouette Prime to 25. Chuck Person. Orlando Pace 101, Spielman 101, Galloway. Some more stuff I think that got mixed in from that set. Mahomes, Kelsey, some of these Disney Phantom cards, Elsa in the Alien Auto, Dory, Lightning McQueen, triple to 2, Terrell Davis, Frank Gore, LT, Kyle Hamilton, Aaron Donald, Jamar Chase, Peacock, Leggett Red, Jamal, and then a Curry, critically acclaimed, 1 of 25. All right, Garrett Wilson to 10, Eddie George, Glenn. This patch was crazy. Golden 101, Hardaway, Swoops, Tyler Boyd, Williams, then some case hits, Chase Brown, JTT, kicker, Braylon Allen, Mike Green, Riley Moss is an Iowa guy, Bo Nix, Reese, Bill Bates, Ellie, Andrew Marsh, Olave Shimmer, Corum, Cardoso to 5, Griner to 5, and Cardoso's to 10. Marv, May, Caleb, Shadur, McCarthy, LeBron Ice, Johnny Hecker to 5, Love to 100, Jefferson Purple Stars, I think, Soto, and then a Jamal Chrome. All right, Raiola Auto again. I think we bought a couple of those. Some of these are Live Golf Golds to 10. Louder Auto. Derrick Henry, that's a rookie NT patch to 99. That just seemed cheap. Tarkenton Greasy 101. Ant-Man to 88, $10. Reed, again, just seemed like good value box plays. Rodrigo Gold to 10. Vinny, Peacock. Puka case hit. Dion to 30. Jude Bellingham, Peacock. Just seemed cheap. I don't follow soccer close, close, but that just seemed cheap. Curry, this was numbered to 18, FOTL. Jokic, Robert Williams, Page, Shadur, Damian Lillard autos. I think he went back to the Blazers. So, Chet jersey number to 11, John Cena case hit, Luka Galactic, Shadur, Isla Dawn to 10, Lively, McCarthy, Bo Nix, Colson Loveland to 100, Marshawn Lloyd. This is low numbered. Yeah, to 25. Seemed like that could be a decent deal. Hallie to 11, Henry rookie jersey, Harry Redknapp to 10, Jaden Reed, Ted McMillan, Loveland, Shea Ice to 25, Josh Jacobs to 49, another Caleb Downs auto. I think that's 3 of those. Jordan Love jersey number, Manziel, Mookie case hit, Caleb, Brock Bowers, BTJ to 399, AR first auto for $25, I guess. Caleb, Paolo to 11. We'll see what AR does, but for that price, I was like, I gotta buy it. Caleb Downs red, Jeremiah again, Hunter, Stroud, May, McCarthy, Cole Sillinger, PMG, Cherry Blossom to 27. I didn't even know they made Live Golf, like International or wherever those Cherry Blossoms come from. Juju, a third or fourth Raiola, Cam Ward, Tyreek, Worthy, Giannis, Henry, Sayan, Russell Westbrook, Donovan Mitchell to 88, and then the Luka International. Lenore Sellers to 2, Chad Johnson to 10, Vrabel to 5, Bryce Young auto, Terry Bradshaw to 25, and then some more to end it. Nick Kurtz to 25. Yeah, Nick Kurtz to 25. Thought one of these. I think this is the Brock Bowers 89. Is he 89? Is he 89 or 85? I thought this might be jersey number. That's what I was tripping up over my words on that one. I thought that might be jersey number. Yeah, what a pickup. What a bunch of pickups. What a national. Again, if I showed all of the pickups from the team as well, it would be a 2.5 hour video. There's so much more. But again, with as much as we sell these days on Whatnot, our website, and in shop, just really trying to constantly have more and more and more inventory, more variety, just more to offer. So we'll continue to buy and pick up cool stuff, and excited to do it all again next year in Chicago at the National once more. Yeah, can't wait. So shout out to everybody who made it this far. But for now, that is all I got. Peace, guys.